Yeah, so my attempt to use standard vector back member function failed because the book uses customized collections, so I'm not going to use these references. I'm just going to use this, um, the standard way of accessing the last element, which is basically by its index, which is the size of the collection minus one. We will discuss this in a little bit, and let's just try building it again. So I'm still getting an error message somewhere here. Simple window, struct type redefinition. Um, hmm. Well, what happens here is that when you hit something like this with the redefinition error, and the error and the problem appears to be inside the header file. Of course, this is simply because we have a header file which came without the header guards. So when we try to include the header guard in multiple implementation, I mean, when we try to include the header simple window in multiple implementation files, we run into this problem. Remember, C++ has a one definition rule, so we just need to add a header guard to this file. I typically begin by copying full path of the file, pasting it right here, reducing it to just simple window, the name, and then saying um, if not defined, something that we can derive from simple window, and making it. I typically what I do is I double click this and highlight the word, and Shift Control U makes things uppercase, and then we add included. So that's the name of my header guard. So if not defined, then uh, say that it's defined, included, and at the bottom of it we need and if directive. Let's just hide this portion right here. Right, so this is a simple window.h that appear to be without the header guard, and it's a great demonstration that the header guard is really needed. And if and I typically add comment with the name of the header guard. Okay, so now one more attempt to build. Okay, so with some warnings, we actually get through, and this is now being built on my system. Let me run it. Okay, so notice that it starts reading sentences from here from this string stream. Right, so it starts reading sentences right here. So this is the first sentence that the game object was reading, and I click next, and it shows an apple, which is this hidden word right here, and it goes next, and it goes to the next sentence, populates the rectangles. Again, one of them is hidden. We say next, and it says shows the word, unhides it, goes to the next, unhides everything, goes to the next, and the last sentence says, finished, thank you. There are no hidden words in here. We just click next and twice, and the window disappears. Okay, so we're exiting. So this sort of demonstrates what work um, we need to do to complete the basic steps of this lab. which I also call our final project because it's involving all of these portions, constructing our own text rectangle gadget for the graphical user primitives, and then using our game class to manage all of this, get the input, display the information on the screen, and then take us through the sequence of all of this.